All right. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? This is Fingerpod of Doom, episode 21. I believe 21. Yes, 21. I'm Andrew. He's Bones. We today are going to go over the old Dark Side of the Ring from Tuesday this week. We're going to go over SmackDown from Friday. Huge SmackDown. Lots of stuff out of SmackDown. Which is a nice change. And go over a little bit of news, which basically the news is SmackDown. And that should be about it, I think, eh?
Yes, nothing too crazy. Dynasty Sunday.
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah. Yeah, CEO. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's so good.
She
should win everything.
Yeah. Well, she's about to, yeah. She'll be Owen Hart champion. Yeah. She'll be pretty soon, I think she'll just beat Toni Storm with a finger poke.
ROH, don't forget that. She'll
she'll beat Athena. Yeah, so she'll have 6 titles. Yeah, and
she'll have to crawl to the ring. It's so heavy. She's
crawling. She'll be weighed down from all the gold. So
I'll get there.
Yeah, and then hopefully Megan Bayne just kills her. I like Megan Bayne.
She's okay. She's entertaining at least. I find a lot of the other ones in AEW don't put effort into the actual like moves or selling or anything. You have a few that do, right? Tony, Mariah.
Yeah. Well, seriously though, and like that Mercedes and Julia Hart match, Julia wasn't even selling the submission. She was just laying there.
No.
She was just starfishing. No,
when you run off the ropes.
Like my wife does. Yeah, just starfishing, not reacting to anything.
Why is that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Have you ever heard?
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, I mean, not a great look from Julia Hart, to be honest.
No, when she was over, people liked her. She could work.
And they want her to win. That's right. Right? They're booing. Yeah. They were booing. But
she's had good matches, so maybe she's just over it.
At least the Death Riders will win every other title, every men's title. Yeah. Wait for everybody to. All these sickos, all these AEW sickos to defend Moxley winning tonight.
Oh, how
not
could
their
you, though?
Beloved Swerve. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be comical. Oh, it would be comical, but
the spin will be good. I want to hear what they say. It's just not his time yet. He's not ready. What?
That's true. It's not, but Rob Van Dam, I guess, was injured during MLW. Shit. Oh, against guess who here? It looks like Matt Riddle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right after him talking shit about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Wow.
Yikes.
I wonder if he went stiff. It's okay, dude. Let me hit you with this.
That was last night. Sorry.
How bad is it?
Ankle injury.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay, well, that's
Brock Anderson, Arn's son, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard shot into the steel ring steps thanks to Matthew Justice.
Okay.
Deep cut that required 8 stitches. Yeah, fucking blade out. Know what I mean?
Good.
Blade out.
Earn your color, buddy.
Come on, yeah.
Anderson.
For the most part, like, we can probably get into the news here.
Yeah.
The news is SmackDown, so we'll touch on a couple of things here, I think, eh?
Touch it.
Why not?
Touch it a little.
Here we go. Since this will be the main talking point of the show here, of the program, Ludwig Kaiser reacts to Charlotte Flair's claims. Tiffany Stratton is in her DMs. Okay. So, we should probably start from the beginning.
Yes.
So, this entire segment was a fucking mess. In my opinion. I don't know what you thought,
yeah.
But it was a mess. And
very awkward.
However, it's super awkward. However, it being a mess and awkward and just an absolute disaster somehow has put life into this program that was dying, right? Like this entire WrestleMania, to be quite honest, was dead up until, a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
However, I fucking forgot this match was happening until last night.
Well, like Charlotte
until
won?
Friday
What?
night. Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then we get this thing that I had forgot about. And I kind of figured, going into this, I figured from a writing standpoint, Tiffany would have had to go over because of the disaster that was the split screen from the previous, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, 3 Fridays ago.
I think it was 2.
Where Charlotte,
it was bad
as well, just kept interrupting her. Right? Was that even written, or was that a bit of a shoot as well? Because Charlotte
had to be.
Like, don't get me wrong, Charlotte is probably the best North American women's wrestler, I would have to say.
She's very good. She can talk.
She's top,
usually.
Well, she hasn't been able to since she come back, but from a performance standpoint, like an in-ring standpoint, I would think that she's top 3 for sure. That's what I think. I don't know what you think, but probably like Rhea. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say, actually. Rhea, you got to put Julie and Steph there since they're North America now.
Fantastic.
Charlotte might
Bayley,
not be.
She can work with anybody.
Bayley can work with anybody. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's say top 5, just for argument's sake. But she is definitely rattled with the crowd booing her. Doesn't know what to do. Can't react. There's no I don't know what you would say. Like it goes to her head, or I get would it be her head? It just gets to her in a way that I have never seen a booing crowd get to anybody.
She's thrown off her game instantly. She never was before. Something has her down to her core, right? So, where it's like one little thing goes wrong, she's off.
And it could be her, the personal life struggles that she's gone on with. And you don't want to slight her for being like, oh, well. Right.
Yeah.
Personal issues are bound to come out. in this business especially. They're bound to get out. And if you can't get through the people booing you, then something like then you have to go back to the drawing board and figure something out, I guess. But
Yeah.
I have never seen anybody get rattled like she has since coming back from getting booed. Like Logan and Dom can't even speak, and they still cut their promo. And you can't even hear them because the boos are so loud. And Logan, like, props to Logan, he just keeps going. He doesn't give a shit. He's used to it, though. Dom just starts speaking in Spanish, probably calling everybody fucking idiots. Who knows? I don't speak Spanish. But Charlotte quit. She quit the promo. She quit. She decided, I'm not into this anymore. I'm not even going to try. And then just let Tiffany chew her up.
Yeah. Didn't she even say, like, there you go, Tiffany, or something like that? She gave it to her. She just handed it off verbally.
Yeah, like...
Weird.
And she tried to cut her promo and made the I haven't done any charity work recently dig, and calling Tiffy desperate and whatever it is. And then Tiffy, like, now Tiffany probably shouldn't have gone that personal. I'll give her that. Like, I'll give Charlotte that. Tiffany probably shouldn't have went that personal. I don't think it was discussed. From what I've read, it doesn't sound like it was discussed, taking them personal shots. And you could tell at the end dig where Tiff made the 0-3 remark. What's that record? 0-3, and how she immediately rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
That she didn't want to get slapped around. Like shoot.
We've seen Charlotte act
in the
up
face
with belts, right?
Yeah.
When her and Becky had to have the title versus title, it was like throwing the title at Becky. She was just over it.
Well, and she is like, and on Tiffy's defense, Charlotte is a fucking whiny bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't blame Tiffany
real.
for going personal.
Same with the Nia Jax thing, right? Nia started slapping Charlotte around, and Charlotte couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything about it.
And that was about time someone stood up to her. And it's like, I don't blame Tiffy, because when Charlotte took over that split screen, that was personal. She's trying to really sabotage her career.
She's burying her.
Straight up.
Legitimately burying her. And
yeah, you want to sabotage your WrestleMania match?
Do I blame Tiffany for doing that? No. Should she have done that? Probably not. Was it justified in the back? 100%. Go after her in the back. But on a recent divorce, making the 0-3 comment, like, it's fucking funny. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I won't be surprised if Tiffy gets squashed now because of it. If Tiffany Stratton gets squashed at WrestleMania, could you say that you're surprised?
Honestly, I would be, only because Charlotte has this history, and I think Triple H sees it, and as much as he loves her, he knows she's the old guard and the new guard has to come up. But also Charlotte getting that dig in with Kaiser, like, that's pretty low too. And she knew that was low, because she ran right out of the ring too. She snuck right out and got out of there as quick as she could. It was it was childish on both parts. It was so childish, like, if you think about it. But that's what this feud is. It's dropped down to that. That's as exciting as it's going to get, is personal now.
It is. And I expect it to be stiff now. I expect this match to be stiff. At least in the opening 5 minutes. I think they can keep it professional, but I expect them to be laying their shit in initially.
And it should be like that. You know, Nia had to teach her a lesson, like you said, right?
You know
so why not
build it? No, build from this. Make it legit. Make it feel like a real. Make it feel like a fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Tiffany was coming out of Mania with this title. I don't. I especially don't now. But who knows? She could. Maybe she does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know now.
I think she does, simply because I don't think Charlotte's even ready to be back. If she's this rattled already, it's probably not a good idea.
That's true. If she can't even cut a promo getting booed, I don't know.
Yeah. Mentally, she's not there. Emotionally, I don't know if she can do this right now. Maybe go take some time again.
But even Charlotte, you know, saying, "What did you say? I can't hear you, Tiffy. It's so squeaky." Like, the whole thing was childish.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The whole segment, like I said, was a shit show. But
this is a pattern with Charlotte.
Yeah,
it's
at
weird.
least now it seems real, right?
Yeah. And as if Kaiser would be in Charlotte's DMs, like, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Slender Flair, like wearing her all black. I'm just like, you look like Slender Flair. It's gross.
Seriously.
It's like, she is tiny.
She just doesn't look like a human. She doesn't look like a living being.
No.
About a sincere flowers for Bart Shot. Please do not flatter yourself.
Remember that? Please do not flatter yourself with
that Michaels. That was great. So that was perfect for Kaiser to put up. Like, he didn't need to say anything. Here's a gif. There you go.
Yeah.
Please, Charlotte. Loved it. Which is very true.
That would have been like what? 96? Time 96?
Had to been, because he maybe a bit
was
later.
The champion.
Just he didn't have
Diana was there still. Cornette was with Bulldog and Owen. Sometime around 96, yeah.
His mullet had grown out, so he actually had no bangs.
True. Well, he kind of did.
That's how I age Michaels. Yeah. When I see where the mullet is. What year is it?
Yeah. And a little bit of, he still was rocking dangly earrings too. So it's somewhere, yeah, it got to be 96.
That's great. Please do not flatter yourself. Yeah, Charlotte. Please. I don't think Kaiser wants someone who looks like Tiff's mom. It's okay.
Yeah, honestly. I'm not sure why this is a headline, a work or a shoot, but this isn't a headline. Kevin Owens, though. This is shitty. Eh?
Yeah. I feel so bad for him.
And you could tell that when Randy came out, Randy was gutted for him too.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell they were excited to work at Mania.
Yeah. I think this was a program that they were both probably equally stoked for.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is spinal fusion.
Yikes.
He did say that he will be back in an interview with Robbie at Barstool, I believe.
Which is good. So hopefully that's
his
hope.
show. Yeah, My Mom's Basement, I believe he calls it. Very cool name. But he did say there that he would be back. He just doesn't know when.
And the worst part is someone leaked it on him.
Oh, I know. Someone that works at WWE, right? And that Kevin has said that he's bummed out about it. I guarantee that person is not employed. They'll find that person. They will not be employed by the end of the week.
Because Kev even said, I don't want to tell these people. I don't want these ones to know. And they're like, no, it's okay. Like, they probably about something to do with timing and the show.
Yeah.
It's okay if they know, right? And then sure enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Some prick. Rude.
I would hope that he's not employed by the end of the week, but who knows?
Yeah.
He, they, she, who knows? But pathetic regardless.
Yeah. And
the at first, when he came out and started to cut this promo, I initially thought it was a work.
Well, it's something you would do, right?
And that's right, especially in this build.
Yeah.
And his recent character. And then when Randy came out, and Randy was playing it up a little bit, right? And I thought when Randy came to the ring, he would start to cut a promo and Kevin would have just looped around and packaged him, right? Or something in the ring.
Yeah.
Huge heat, right? Would have been massive heat. But the moment where I knew this wasn't a work was as he was walking down the aisle after Randy got in the ring, and that fan chanted at shouted at him rather, "You're full of shit," or "You're a piece of shit," something like that. I can't remember exactly what that fan said. And Kevin immediately stopped and turned and went right to him, and the camera panned to Randy and just held on Randy for 15 seconds. And I was like, they're making sure that Kevin doesn't beat the fuck out of that guy. Is what they're doing.
Get tickets for life, yeah.
Yeah. That's when I knew it probably wasn't a work. Which is, like I said, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Who knows if he comes back? He doesn't even know if he'll be back, right? He's just saying that to be optimistic.
Yeah, with neck surgery, I don't know if you ever can be 100%. Like, it's so sketchy.
And for him to basically, he said he didn't know up until a couple of weeks ago. So I had thought maybe then, like right after this, that he did know and wanted to push for that match with Sammy in Toronto because he didn't know if he would wrestle again.
Mm-hmm.
So they pushed the program because that whole thing kind of materialized very quickly. That entire program, for the most part, kind of just out of nowhere. Not a lot of like long-term build up to that. It basically is kind of what I'm getting at, right? So
yeah.
I figured that's kind of why they had pushed for that program, so he could have his final match against his best friend in Canada, right, at a pay-per-view, and kind of call back to that ROH style of wrestling that they did. But it didn't come out until Saturday that he only recently got the MRI a couple of weeks ago again on his neck.
Yeah.
So, and he says
he's been watching it.
He says January is when he figures that it. So I'm sure somebody sleuthed it online and figured out what match it is. I haven't really looked.
Well, did you see like the
we
saddest part of it all
right now? But Go
As
ahead.
he said, like it wasn't the hardcore one. It wasn't, any of these matches, basically just to shut people up that it wasn't the violent matches. Nothing
Right.
happened. Don't blame these guys. It was just a regular match, which is super sad. Like when you have to defend that because people from this other company are going to get upset, or it was so stupid.
Yeah.
I
So
hate that.
January, he only had 2 matches in January. Of course, I can't. Oh, here we go. January 24th, house show, Jimmy Uso.
Interesting.
January 17th was that SmackDown match against Rey Mysterio.
And just regular matches, right?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Jeez.
He did a 15-minute, 2-segment match against Mysterio on SmackDown, which was a very good match. And then a house show match, 14 minutes, just about 14 minutes against Big Jim. So, right.
Which out of those two? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be Mysterio? Maybe it was a Mysterio match, just a different style that he's used to working with.
Or it could have been one of the 18 super kicks and having to sell a fucking whiplash, right?
Honestly, that's all it would take sometimes, right? Just like, I twisted my neck wrong.
Unfortunate, but
yeah,
I think
lots of advice.
He'll be back to do his actual retirement match if this is a career-ending surgery. You have to assume that. Well, I don't know if you have to assume, but he seems like the kind of guy that would make sure that he has that final match and goes out on his own terms.
Even like Brett, if he has to, right? Like, okay, right. I won't take any bumps like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And easily pull the whole Tyson Kid thing, right? He could put together matches so well and help so many of these guys. Yeah. He'd be great. Worst case scenario, I guess.
It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Just got to update the title here. I don't know how to get rid of this many characters. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Tiffy and Charlotte, awkward. Kevin Owens, sad. We could probably go back up to the top here. Now, there was quite a few things still on this SmackDown that were very just blasé, if you will.
Yeah.
Like the initial Punk and Heyman thing wasn't great to me.
The first promo, yeah.
Yeah. It was, they're right there in Rosemont, which is always a hot arena. But it was just a very babyface promo from Punk for the most part, right? And then Heyman just digging. Please give me my answer. Please give me my answer. Which didn't really do anything. Right? It didn't really.
No, it barely set it up. It barely set it up for later. It was like, okay, cool, you got the crowd hot. Woohoo. Punk looks fantastic though.
He does.
He looks super healthy. Paul does not.
Paul struggles when he gets to the ring and starts snorting on the microphone.
He's not WrestleMania ready, that's for sure.
No, he should have went to that camp that he was talking about Roman being at. Get conditioned.
That's horrible.
Right?
Oh boy. He's so round. He is a rotund man.
He is. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Some pieces of sandwich flying out of his mouth. I'd love that. Oh my god.
That ain't sandwich, that's Wagyu, baby.
Yeah. Oh, please make that happen.
No bread, no water, just meat.
They could do it. They could do a restaurant promo for sure.
Yeah, they could. It's just fucking food everywhere. There's just shit everywhere, right? Mashed potatoes on his forehead, like gravy dripping down his chin.
Stress eating, just crazy stress eating. It's a smorgasbord.
She,
I'd love it.
The opener was I thought they were talking about Andrade and Phoenix here. So Def Rebel strikes again and basically gives Ray Phoenix Penta's theme. It's terrible.
I'm so upset.
Fuck, it's so bad. It is terrible.
Just some thumpy drums.
Yeah. Oh, make it sound like his brother. They're all the same, right? Like it's like all they thought. Terrible.
Holy shit.
I wasn't overly impressed with the match, though, to be honest.
I thought Fraser was kind of sloppy in a few spots. He when he dove out of the ring, his feet just caught at the end. So that was sloppy. And then he did that when he did that little twirl off the top rope and he landed on his feet. One slipped right out. I don't think Fraser, maybe nerves just from being on the main roster. I don't know. But
Could
also
be.
both probably had nerves. Yeah. He's fantastic on the top rope though. Phoenix, I was like, holy crap. I can't wait to see him go with some other luchas, like pure lucha. Crazy.
Well, seriously, like put him against Escobar. Put him against Andrade. Yeah. Put him against El Grande Americano. Oh, speaking of El Grande Americano.
The best.
Part of the news here. Forgot to mention this. El Grande Americano back in action tomorrow.
Ooh, that is good news.
Yeah, he is American made here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, brother. Got the stash almost, the white stash.
Yeah. No, I tweeted this, but this would be super hilarious if he's the recruit to Judgment Day. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, like a split personality almost, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. Hey, we got this new guy, man. Yeah. It's El Grande.
It's El Grande heat, man.
And then he'd go back to being, Chad Gable. I'm not part of your group. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of perfect.
Since it seems like not Andrade, Alistair is going to SmackDown as well.
Yeah. It's like you need something.
Because his vignettes aren't on Raw, I don't think, right? I've only seen them on SmackDown. Yeah. So
yeah. It's like, what else do you do for Judgment Day? I don't know what else you do.
Because at this point, I would assume we're going to see Rusev at Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
Rusev.
He'd be one hell of a Judgment Day member.
Yeah, maybe that's him too.
What a weird mix match, but still kind of neat.
It's got to be somebody big, right? Like if they do add a new member, it's got to be somebody returning or somebody coming back from injury that we've completely forgot about, or somebody completely out of left field. like Austin Theory or something.
And just switch it right up.
Yeah.
Because you do need almost a bigger name and a bigger guy, right? To fill in that upper main card that Damien filled. Finn just doesn't cut it. In my opinion.
So
I don't think Finn's up there.
Rusev. Would he go by Miro or does Tony own Miro? They'd probably give him Rusev back or...
Yeah, I would say so. Then they can merch him out again.
Just use his old merch? Yeah.
And then, you know, you hear that, okay, Lana's not coming back, but when maybe Rusev starts getting annoyed with Judgment Day, then she comes in as his agent or something. Then you have Liv, Lana getting pissed off at each other. Throw some Raquel in there. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, well, she can wrestle Raquel, and we could have a...
That'd be a keeper, yeah.
We can have a 2012 Divas match between women that can't wrestle. Yeah. But back to Phoenix. It just looked like too planned out, this entire match.
Yeah.
It was just like choreographed. That's all it was, right? Which I guess is fine, right? It was obvious that Rey Phoenix was going to win. And it's, you know, it's exciting that he's in WWE now, right?
Yeah. Super emotional. That was awesome to see after the match.
Yeah. Got his pin and you could tell he was crying. So that was cool.
Yeah. That goodbye amigo kick running on the top rope. I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
That was wild.
No, he's super good. Like he's incredible to watch, right? So
yeah. Him and Angel will be a good match. I do like Angel. He's talented, so we'll see next week.
Yeah, that will be a good match. No, it's not Angel.
Oh, Berto, right?
Berto. Yeah.
Yes, Berto.
Alberto Del Rio.
Who the hell's Angel?
Angel Garza.
Okay.
Isn't that his name? Yeah, it's Angel Garza.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hector's son. That looks exactly like him.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is funny, right? Because I would assume Rey Fenix is going to beat Alberto, and then it'll be like, oh, well, I want to fight him. Man, my name's Angel Garza. I want to fight him now.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix will beat him, and then we'll get a Phoenix and Santos program.
Santos finally wrestles.
Yeah, I would hope, right?
Yeah, like get him in there. Because he's pretty good. Like he's a top-notch guy too.
He is, yeah. Couple of promos in the back. Drew had a vignette. Drew is great.
Yeah.
I love Drew. I think he's fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, he should be the champion. But
as a pirate.
That's right, as a pirate.
Yeah.
Drew the really pirate champion.
McIntyre.
It's real glass, damn it.
Yeah. He is so good.
The next match was LA Knight and Tama Tonga. Chicago was like super behind Tama Tonga.
Yes.
When he did his the crowd was like right? Like they were all into it. This was a decent match, I thought. Like a fine like single segment TV match.
Yep.
They might have had
even the backstage was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The result was obvious, but thought the match was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The result to this match is obvious because the result now to WrestleMania is super obvious.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah, and it should be in less than 5 minutes.
Yes, yeah, one of those quick, like, yeah, you won, you're crazy.
Yeah, it should
There
be,
you go.
I have murdered LA Knight. Go on a vacation kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have time because we got to do so many ads, so you can lose in 3 minutes or less. This is your 3-minute warning, LA Knight. You're about to lose.
I'd be more than happy with that. I'd love that. Jacob would be a stellar, like just to put him on that next level where he's dangerous. Who's gonna beat him next?
Have him undefeated till SummerSlam. Put him in a triple threat. He doesn't get the pin, right? He doesn't get pinned and loses it somehow, right?
Yeah,
He's
him and
how it
Braun
should
can
be.
play. It'll be great. Be some watchable matches at least instead of just. LA Knight made me laugh like backstage when Tama was like, yeah, and LA is like, I am worried about you a bit. Like, are you worried? That was the first time I think I'm like, wow, LA is kind of funny. Besides that, it was just typical LA Knight, but that was funny.
What?
It seemed off the cuff. Yeah.
What?
He should start doing that.
He should, yeah. Rudy Poo. Yeah, let's just start calling people Rudy Poos.
Like have a split personality gimmick. Yeah. That would be kind of neat. Make LA think he's all these other people.
Fuck, that would be funny.
Yeah. Good heel turn.
Seth Rollins actually, after that match, Seth pulled up on Heyman. So this is where Heyman says, whatever the favor is, yes, right? Before Roman gets there.
Yeah.
And then Seth pulls up, and Seth was super funny too. He says like, were you expecting the other Shield guy? Seth says, wow, you look horrible. Which he's not wrong. Yeah.
No, he's not wrong. Yeah, my tribal chief, you have arrived. Yeah. It was so good. Long night.
Yeah.
A lot of people think he's going to join up with Seth at Mania. I don't know about that.
I'd kind of wondered that myself too. I'd thought about it as I lay in bed awake at night.
Stress thinking.
Stress thinking about what Paul Heyman is going to do, what this favor is going to be. I think to myself,
he make it past 65?
Yeah, will he make it to WrestleMania?
Those Vegas buffets are deadly. Oh, oh no.
Where's Paul? We can't find Paul. Where's my wise man? Check the buffet at the Bellagio.
You caught me.
I was there already. Check fucking MGM. Check the Luxor, their Chinese food. Check the fucking Luxor. That's the gimmick of WrestleMania. Yeah.
Where's Paul eating?
Where's Paul eating? Yeah. After that, then we had the Charlotte and Tiffy thing that we have discussed.
Yeah.
There is a women's tag team gauntlet match happening. So at least Liv Morgan is on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't know who would win this gauntlet match.
I'd love seeing an NXT team. That would be switch it up a little bit.
I don't think there is an NXT team announced for it.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
I don't know who else. Bayley and Lyra is a team.
Okay. Weird, but okay.
Natty and Maxine. Bayley and Lyra is stupid because they wrestle tomorrow for the IC belt.
Yeah.
Which is also stupid. Don't get me started. Maxine and Natty, kind of interesting. Efab and Michin, I believe, is a team.
Yes, I like that idea there.
And the Secret Hervis is a team.
Ooh, 2 teams.
Maybe they add more. I don't know. I probably expect Secret Hervis to win.
Yeah.
And not win the titles, but I don't even know when they put that match on or what the purpose.
Oh yeah. What night?
If it is at it is at WrestleMania, so I have no idea why.
Because Michin and Efab work good.
They do, yeah.
Oh, where do you throw this match as a quick in-betweener?
Yeah. Then we had Motor City and DIY again.
I didn't watch. I skipped
to be honest, yeah, I don't care. I didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was fine. This is all just like leading to somebody wrestling Street Profits. Or who won, actually, because this was a #1 contenders match. So Motor City and Street Profits. Is this at Mania 2? I have no idea. Miz and Carmelo Hayes poke fun at Pretty Dudley. Please get the Miz away from Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Why is this a thing? Why is it a thing? Why is this a team?
It shouldn't be. Pretty Deadly was great, though.
Pretty Deadly was awesome, but don't.
No.
You know.
Hey, let's keep it 100.
The Miz sucks. Get him off TV.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him anymore. I don't care about him anymore. I don't want to see young talent paired with the Miz.
When they called him the Leo DiCaprio of the tag division.
That was funny.
Like, how old are you? How old are you, Carmelo? You're gonna be out soon.
So then we had Naomi versus B-Fab, and I have a problem with this match. Because why? So Naomi comes out, Jade rushes her, beats the shit out of her. Then Naomi gets into the ring. Why couldn't B-Fab have got the roll-up win?
Exactly. They even gave her an entrance video at the beginning of the show. Like B-Fab never gets that, and they built her up.
They built her up. Only, like, Naomi doesn't need to beat B-Fab right there, especially if Jade had beat her up, coming out to the ring, and then
that's the reason to lose, because you just got beat up.
So then you get rolled up. You're still going to cut your promo. Whether you win or lose, you're still going to cut your promo after. Yes. Because you hate Jade that much. So even if you lose and then cut your promo, I think it adds more.
Yeah. She could be out of it, like grabbing her head, like, Jade.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a B-Fab at least gets a win over someone credible, right? It's a dusty win, right? For the most part.
Should be booking 101. So maybe just Road Dogg added again.
Road Dogg
I don't know.
Booked it. Yeah, who knows? But I think that was a huge miscalculation. So.
Yes. That shouldn't have been a hard one to book. It was.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, especially like you said, because B-Fab got the entrance video, which I thought was very kind of weird initially. That, like, why are we looking at B-Fab enter the arena? But then I thought, okay,
she has a big match.
Yeah,
she's in a tag team. Like, that's great. Build up your mid card like that.
Yeah.
Make us care. Not to lose to Naomi after Naomi's got her ass kicked. It's weird.
And now that just leads me to believe that Naomi will beat, or that Jade will beat Naomi. I think Naomi should win.
I'd love her to win. Yeah.
Because this whole heel thing that Naomi is doing is fantastic.
That would make her a better heel to win. People would be so mad.
Especially if she wins dirty too. Like feet on the ropes even or something, right?
I know I'm late, but my nose got here 10 minutes ago.
Should Naomi wear a prosthetic nose?
Yeah.
Just a big
dye her hair blonde for it. Well, enough is enough.
I could dig that.
She should come out to that.
Just totally whacked out. Yeah. I would love it. But you're right. That would be great. Naomi wins. Greasy. Naomi wins greasy, right? That would be perfect. Jade has a reason to go back. Yeah. Then you have a callback for if Naomi ever wins a title or something.
Jade can win at SummerSlam or something, right? Like,
yeah. Easy callback.
Yeah. And then Naomi can come out with Owen Hart's theme too. Timu Undertaker cut a backstage, like a pre-tape. I didn't listen to it. I don't care. There is no reason Damian Priest should win this match. None.
No.
He's looked strong going into it, like especially with the choke slam. Drew will win with an eye patch. That's how it should be. Yeah. I don't.
That'd be great.
Yeah. We went over Kevin Owens. We got to zip through this here. We still got to talk about that racist piece of shit, Ludwig Borga. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman, Last Man Standing, was the main event. The main event match.
Yeah.
I thought this was great. I thought this was another really well done Last Man Standing match with Braun.
Yeah. They both look strong. For sure. It took a lot to take Braun out. Perfect. Moonsaults are beautiful.
Yeah, Braun sold his ass off. Jacob sold his ass off. They were bumping for each other. It was great.
Yeah.
Especially that suplex through them tables. Like Braun held him up for, it was like slow motion almost. We're big.
Scary, man.
Yeah.
No bread, no water, just me. Oh yeah,
he's a strong boy, yeah. Even with his neck fixed, like that's impressive.
Yeah, it was good. Very good match, I thought. Lots of right, and you would have to think like men of this size to have matches like this, they must just hurt. They must be sore as a motherfucker the next day.
All that weight coming down on your bones, it's not easy.
And Braun was moving pretty good too. Like it looked like his knees were bending a little bit. So,
wasn't tilting.
The hip attack through the table in the corner was a bit of a corny finish, I thought, but especially since it was kind of botched.
Yeah. The whole getting up almost at the same time. I guess that works.
And also calling it a hip attack to me is so stupid. Can't we think of a better name? Like, I'd rather it called an ass slam.
Yeah, call it the bulldozer. Call it
or
like
something.
Yeah.
A prostate
call back to the Samoan bulldozer. Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
That would be great. But mid card is looking good. I like that. SmackDown, maybe the writing is okay for the mid card. I'll give them that.
Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark are the other two teams.
they're coming out of hiding. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Baszler or Zoe for a while.
Yeah, now that Sonya Deville has picked up picked up a job, they're allowed to show these other two on TV again.
Yeah. You guys are allowed to smile. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't pretend. You don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah. You can call yourselves the Pussy Fart Collection now if you want.
Literally. Yeah. No, that was her gig. I swear we're not. That was only Sonya.
Yeah, what's that smell? Yeah.
Yeah. It was Sonya, I swear.
I'm still trying to figure out this whole teabagging thing.
Then we get our main event contract signing. Oh, never mind. That's happened the last 3 SmackDowns. This is just a regular promo.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we don't have a contract signing segment for El Grande Americano and whoever he wrestles. But
Just to throw it in there.
So Roman comes out right to the ring. Bang, 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 bang.
Yes. Carter ring.
Roman cuts a promo saying CM Punk wouldn't be back here if it wasn't for me. Wouldn't be in the main event if it wasn't for me. Roman got some heat here in Chicago, which was good. Like, somebody has to have some heat coming into this match. It ain't going to be Punk.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be Roman. I believe Heyman and Seth are coming out of this together still. Honestly, I think that's what's happening. There has to be more to this favor. So let's get into this.
Yes.
Try to zip through it here. We'll have to do a double Dark Side of the Ring thing another night.
Ooh. I like it.
So the only thing I didn't like about Seth's promo this time around was that he didn't seem to be like so ever consumingly upset that Punk was in this match.
Yeah.
Like, why all of a sudden different now, right? Something is different. Which is why I believe that Heyman's leaving Mania with Punk, or with Rollins rather.
Yeah, which is a great swerve for us.
Huge swerve. He says he's in a much better place. We're celebrating Punk in the main event. It's either you suffer and get left behind, or you adapt and control your reality, is what he said. Roman kind of, says you're untrustworthy to him, whatever it might be. Then Punk comes out.
Yeah.
So this is about the favor. He talks about history with himself, the history with Heyman. Heyman did say, I think it was 12 years ago, that, you are my best friend. When you do walk down that aisle at WrestleMania in the main event, I will be by your side. Yeah. That's the favor, yes. So the favor allegedly is Heyman walking to the ring with Punk and being in Punk's corner for this match.
Yeah.
Roman's, he laughs. That's the favor. He loves me. He needs me. He needs me, Roman said. I saved him, Roman said. Roman says, I made you relevant. Tell him no. And Paul says, no, I can't do that. Seth's laughing now, which is super funny. Like, it was pretty funny the way Seth was reacting.
He was rolling. I loved it.
Punk hits Roman with the GTS. Paul is screaming that Roman's down. Punk standing over Roman. Rollins does nothing. Joe goes off the air. Roman sold this GTS like a champ too.
Yeah.
Sold his ass off for it.
You can tell this story intrigues him for sure.
There has to be more to this favor, though. Whether Heyman leaves Saturday night with Rollins is neither here nor there. There has to be more to this favor. Because if that's all it is, then what the fuck is the point?
And if it does involve Seth, that does work out also where Punk could say, you still owe me the other half of the favor, get me this title shot on Raw. Because they're on Raw, I guess, right? So it's people were so upset about the whole favor thing, and I don't get it. I like it. I think it's kind of intriguing. It leaves questions, so why be upset about it? What did you expect?
But it just seems like there has to be more to it.
Yeah, there is. I guarantee there would be. But a lot of people are like, well, what about a title match? Well, how can Paul give him a title match?
That's true.
How can Paul do? You know, those things I totally block out because Paul can't do anything like a title match or get him this or get him that. But I bet you there is more to the story.
Oh, there has to be. Yeah. And whether, well, and maybe Seth leaves, or Heyman leaves Mania with Seth.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's still more to the favor in that way, right? I don't think this is entirely over after WrestleMania.
Yeah. Feels like a long game. Another long gamer.
Just looking at some of these highlights of Dynasty here, constantly.
Yeah.
Just no
so far there isn't many.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this drop on the head really. That's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get up.
But yeah, so at least we got some build, some excitement, some more excitement to an otherwise what was seeming lackluster WrestleMania. We should learn a little bit more tomorrow. Heyman, Punk, and Rollins, by the sounds of it, are going to be there tomorrow. They're in Minneapolis tomorrow. We're going to get El Grande Americano. We're going to get... I don't think we're going to see John and Cody in the ring again until Mania, but...
Are they at Mall of America?
I don't know. Maybe they should be. That'd be sick.
Lex Express comes.
Yeah, here comes Lex Express. He just has big rims on his wheelchair.
Yeah, he could be pulling El Grande. Let's get to the ring.
Oh, that'd be fucking gold. It'd be so funny.
Here's my bus. You can use my bus, El Grande. I dig it.
So that being said, tune in Tuesday evening. We'll go over Monday Night Raw and the news, any news that happens. Maybe we can do even Dark Side from the previous week, the Ludwig Borga episode Monday as well, or Tuesday, depending on how Raw shakes out. So You'll have your what?
Exit only tattoo. Exit only
yes,
tattoo
that's
by
right.
then, so I can show it off.
Yeah, we'll both stand back to the camera to show our exit only tattoos.
As it should be.
Yeah, that's right.
Bro.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you have liked what you've heard, give a like, give a subscribe, give a follow. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, man.
And we will catch you Tuesday. Thank you.
Bye.